Welcome back to another episode of Adventures in Business. This is Amy Zander with ZDA Media, and as always, I'm here with the lovely Lisa Fisher. How you doing, Lisa?
Amy, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Your smile is so radiant today. How's it going?
Good. We haven't been back in the studio in a little bit. It's nice to see you.
Good to see you. What have you been up to? What have you ventured out to?
Yeah, so I am in the middle of helping the Lansing Art Gallery get ready for their holiday Michigan Made show. So it runs from November 7th through December 21st at the Lansing Art Gallery, and it's tons of Michigan artists and all of their stuff that's for sale. A lot of it is art, but a lot of it is also gift stuff, pottery, jewelry, all that kind of stuff. So we're getting ready to put that show on. So I'm really excited. And it's just, I'm always amazed by artists and how clever people are and stuff they come up with. It's just really fun to see all that stuff. What about you?
That's so cool. So we recently had our quarterly Rise and Thrive event. Dart Bank and myself host a panel of professional, strong women in the community. And we did one with the legislation and what's going on in the government and talk about women's leadership. We had a great turnout, great event, and looking forward to our 2025 roster for those.
Nice. Yeah, those are always well attended. I enjoy those. Cool. Great. And what about you, RM? What have you done around town?
Well, I recently got to go and meet the founder of UGGs. He was here in Lansing at the Cadillac Room. It was a great experience. Just hearing his story, his journey of how UGGs got started, and from idea to the acquisition when he sold it. I didn't know a lot of the things that I learned, but he's pretty cool. Brian Smith is his name.
Yeah, you're the second person that told me they were at that speech and that it was really enlightening. Yeah, yes. He talked a lot about his struggles and things like that too. Yeah, that's so cool that you got to see that.
I didn't even know that it had been around that long. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Right.
Oh my God. I wasn't even born when he started it.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I always think it's so amazing when business owners and entrepreneurs are very transparent about the struggles and the things that they've, overcome or dealt with, because it makes all of the rest of us business owners be like, whew, we're not alone. Right? Yeah. Cool. Well, now that we've heard your voice, Lisa, why don't you tell us who we got today?
Fantastic. So we have RM Easterly, founder and CEO of THYIM, a revolutionary first-to-market gig marketplace tech company that delivers fast and affordable help with everyday simple tasks indoors, outdoors, and on the roadside. They also have their tag that I really love, everyday people helping everyday people in 15 minutes or less. So welcome, RM. I can't wait to hear about your organization. So tell us a little bit more about them.
So exactly what you said, them is everyday people helping everyday people in 15 minutes or less using our mobile applications, them and them helper. So to put it in simplest terms, I explained it to a 10-year-old the other day and she got it. Okay. It's so easy to explain. If you needed help with something simple, inside, outside, or on the roadside, we would be there. So let's say you just had surgery and you had a lot of trash you need to get rid of. You want someone to come in 15 minutes. Your brother is not available, your husband or your friend, and you don't want to just pay some random person that you don't know, you don't want to wait. You need this trash out your house. You'll go to our app, go to indoor or outdoor, say trash removal. Someone within 15 minutes, because helpers can only see service requests within 15 minutes of them. They'll see it, they'll accept it, you'll be notified, they'll be there in 15 minutes. So just like you would order an Uber, or you would order DoorDash, or you would order Lyft, or Instacart, you order them. They help you in minutes is what it stands for.
Wow, I love that. So tell us a little bit about why you started this company.
So in 2017, I had roadside coverage with one of the biggest roadside companies that we all know, right? Without saying their name, we know. And I was driving from Detroit to Lansing on 96. and I ran out of gas. The night before, I had let my brother use my car. Now, I had a pretty decent car, right? And I thought he put gas in there. He didn't. I didn't know. I wasn't paying.
Uh-oh.
Know that he didn't put gas in there. I run out of gas. I call my roadside company. They tell me someone will be there within the hour. I said, okay, it's midwinter. I'm not getting out. I'm 110 pounds. It's windy. It's winter time. I'm not walking from that exit. It's 5 miles to the next exit, which is Pleasant Valley Road. I said, I'll wait. After 1 hour, I called. They said someone was still coming. No one came. I waited 5 hours. My battery on my car died.
5 hours.
5 hours on the highway for a gallon of gas. So as I'm sitting there, I was like, I just wish anybody would just pull up right now and just give me a gallon of gas. I would pay $20, $50. I don't even care, just to get me to the next exit. I said, oh my God, this doesn't exist. So in 2018, I decided to set out on a journey to understand the gig market, how I wanted to design my app. So I went and worked for Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, Postmate, Grubhub, and I went and worked for the roadside company that left me stranded for 5 hours. And I talked to hundreds of thousands of people to understand the gig market, what they needed, what they wanted. Would they pay for this? Was I the only person that needed this? And people who even had memberships said, 15 minutes? Yeah, I would pay, whatever. So that's how I got started. And I did research and development for 5.5 years, patented my technology before I told anybody about it. And we just got started last year in May.
Wow. You did your due diligence. Yeah, that's so cool. So I was, since you signed up to be on our show, I've been looking at your website and different things. And so there's kind of two sides of it. There's the person who needs the service and then the people who can sign up to provide the services, right? And I did see you have a really nice FAQ section on your website that talks about this, and all of your providers of services are all vetted and everything like that. So you're getting somebody who's trustworthy when they come.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Trustworthy, but they're everyday people. So these are simple services. We do not fix anything. We're not doing any roofing or anything like that. Just think of the last time you needed help and you were like, where is Ken or Meredith or whoever? No one's around. You're wanting someone to help you move a box, or like I have a dog. She gets dirty for no reason. I don't have time to place an appointment, go to the groomer, $70 to have her outside digging moles, because she literally digs up moles. I don't know what that's about. She's a poodle. She literally digs up moles. She gets all this dirt under her nails. She tramples it. To be able to go to my app, have someone within 15 minutes come and wash her in my house, just wash her. That's all I want. To be able to have that, it doesn't exist. And you think of all the times when you've been sick or you've been tired or you had surgery or you just needed that extra helping hand. I have arachnophobia, very bad. Very, very bad. Like to the point that we went viral on social media of how bad my arachnophobia is. It was a spider this big in the house. I went to my app, placed a request. A helper was here in like 5 minutes and got rid of the spider.
Nice.
That is a service you can get help with.
Right. Yeah.
So much to unpack here, but how does somebody get your app? Are they on the website? Is it iTunes, or excuse me, on the iPhones, Apple? How do we get your app?
Yes, Google Play Store and the App Store. You can download it directly to your phone. We will have the web app available so people can go right to the website and place the request. But right now, you just do it through the apps, download the app and keep it on your phone. You never want to leave home without them on your phone. You don't want to end up waiting. I know. I worked for them. You're going to wait. No one has ever come in 15 minutes or less. Never.
Did they know your story when you went to work for them?
So, I needed to know why I was left. Okay, so let me go and work. And then I needed to talk to people who were members, who had been with them for a long time. I'm a millennial. So the bulk of the members are boomers, Gen X. Some of them are even the silent generation. but you're not attacking or promoting or connecting with us millennials or Gen Zs. And this is why the system is like this. Okay. So talking to hundreds and thousands of members, and I mean, these people would be stranded. They've been waiting 6, 7, 8, in 12 hours for a tire change. 92-year-old woman, like at the very end when I said, this is it, I got to launch this company. She was in Florida on Alligator Alley, whatever that. It's a pretty known hobby for people breaking down, but a lot of people don't like to go there to tow people. She had been waiting. All she needed was her tire changed. And she called in, she's crying, and I'm trying to comfort her. And you're trained to say whatever, even though I knew no one was coming. I had exhausted all resources, called every single contractor that we had, even the ones that we were not contracted with, to see if anyone would go help her. No one. And it's not like they have their own. They have, mobile vehicles that answers small calls, but they don't really have their own system. So they rely on other contractors. And she soiled herself. And she was crying and she couldn't get out. There was nothing. 92 years old. I called. I said, give me one moment. I got on my cell phone. I called someone that I knew that was probably about 20 minutes from her and said, can you please go help this woman? And they went. And she, called me an angel and all of these great things. And I said, I would not have been able to go to sleep tonight because I knew no one was going to come.
Right.
No one was coming. So that means if she got off the phone with me and tried to call, I have already called all of those people because we call them when our contractors are not available. So all the people that you would call, I know no one is coming. But I can't tell you that because it's against the job. You can't do that. But I knew it. And I couldn't do it. And I said, this is it. I'm going to patent this and I'm going to launch this company. As I never want anybody else to ever feel this when you're paying, but they're so concerned with the shareholders and profits that the members just get them signed up. Tell them that,
Yeah. Well, I think across the board, customer service expectations has really changed in a lot of industries and a lot of businesses and things like that. So it's a very nice breath of fresh air to see that that's in the forefront of your business model, the customer service. So your headquarters are here in Lansing, Michigan, correct? But this app is available in a lot of places, right? It's not like anybody can kind of sign up for it and be available in their town. Is that right?
So anyone in the world can download it, but only select cities can actually place a request. So there's several here in Michigan, 2 in Georgia. Well, I take that back. The entire state of Georgia and the entire state of Texas can place requests, but we only have helpers in specific cities. Okay. Because once you with the app, you open the entire state.
Okay.
And you can select which cities you were going to actually focus on. So we did smaller cities that would be more forgiving as we were working through our bugs because we've only been out for a few months. So we didn't want to go to a big city and they're not forgiving.
Right. Right. So why Texas and Georgia?
So one of our partners, one of our team members is in Texas.
Okay.
And several of them are in Georgia. So what better place to open it up where they can test it. They're helpers. Right. I'm the very first helper. So I've actually went out and done requests. People don't know that I'm the CEO though. I never say that. So,
you just show up I'm your helper. Yeah.
And I've done several here in Lansing and they're just like, oh my God, you're so nice. And I can see their review of me that they send to the team because you can review us in the app. So after your service request, you say what you like, and then you can actually go and talk to customer support. I have had some great reviews. So we wanted to make sure that when we were testing out the apps, that it was being tested on us first, our team. So wherever we had a team member, we opened that particular area and let them promote in their area so that we can work through our bugs.
That makes sense. Yeah. So for our listeners out there, if you're just driving your car, just listening to this, The company is pronounced them, but it's spelled THYIM, which stands for, what is
They
it?
help you in minutes.
They help you in minutes, and that is also their website. So it's THYIM.com, and that's also the name you'd look for in the App Store. And of course, we'll have the links in our show notes for that. But just so you know, it's not THEM, right? So I want to hear a little bit more about the types of services that you guys do provide.
Okay. So we provide indoor, outdoor, roadside, and we just launched our holiday category. So
Okay.
if you have a huge family or you have a lot of gifts that you buy for your kids, you don't want to wrap them all and you don't want to have to go to the mall to take them. You can have someone come and wrap the gifts for you. You can also have someone come help you set up the tree, get the tree off the car, put the tree up, decorate the tree, decorate your outside bushes, take the decorations down. Think of everything that you wish you had someone to help you with. That's our holiday category. So we're so excited for that.
Nice.
Clean up after Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Have someone come help with that. Our indoor services, our basic indoor services, you can have someone come and remove a spider, vacuum your floors, sweep or mop them, do your dishes, hand wash them and hand dry them, come inside and wash your dog, take out any trash, help you with an item. Like say you got something from IKEA or Amazon, you wanted to put some small appliance together, help you move a couch, boxes out of your attic, organizing. You can get a helper to come and help you organize your cabinets, organize a room, help you pack for a move, unpack for a move. You can get outdoor services, have someone come and pick up the dog poop, okay, out the yard, clean your grill outside, pick up leaves, put weeds, help you lay mulch, take out trash. Maybe it's trash day. Maybe you're out of town and you need someone to take your trash can and put it on the curb.
Good.
You can have that done.
Yeah.
Have someone walk your dog if you need that. Maybe you're sick or something. You need your dog to get walked. Roadside, we'll bring you a gallon of gas, premium, unleaded, or super. We will also change your tire if you don't have the tools, or if you have the tools, you just select that in the app to let us know.
Okay.
Someone who actually has the tools will come, and someone who doesn't. If your key fob battery dies, no other company offers this. Well, most of the services no one else offers anyway. But your key fob battery, we'll bring you a key fob battery. Your key fob battery dies.
Yeah.
If you want a can of fixed flat delivered, just temporary sealant so you can get to the tire place. So maybe you don't have a spare. You just need a temporary sealant. We'll bring that, and we will jumpstart your vehicle with a jump starter kit, not a car.
All right. Nice.
That's a lot of services that you offer. How do you, some of them could be more than 15-minute tasks though. So can you sign up for multiple? So let's say you wanted somebody to rake leaves. Could you sign up for like 4 15-minute sessions?
So the 15 minutes or less is we will be to you in 15 minutes or less. However long it takes for them to complete it is usually, and they're like organizing, you can book someone for 30 minutes or an hour. And if you think there's going to be more, you would just keep clicking the plus button for that.
Okay.
But we pretty much timed it to know. So it's priced. It's affordable for someone that's on disability, someone that's retired, all the way up to someone that's a 6-7 figure exec. It's affordable for the everyday person. But if everyday people make 6-7 figures, they can also use it too.
Right. So is it based on an increment of time cost so much money, or is it also the task they're doing?
So it's based off the tasks that they're doing.
Okay.
I surveyed, I did focus groups. I mean, a lot of research went into this. How much would you want to be paid to do this, right?
Gotcha.
People that want it, if it's urgent, they'll pay whatever. But we wanted to make sure that it was affordable for everyone. Someone that is only on disability, someone who only is on a fixed income because they're retired. We wanted to make sure it was affordable. So it's based off of the actual service. So if you wanted someone to come help you organize, that could be $60 to $100, which is it's a median price that we did based off of our surveys, what people would be willing to pay and how much someone would want to be paid to do this. Then we also looked at all the other gig marketplaces. We are the highest paid. We pay our gig workers the most. Uber, DoorDash, Lyft, Instacart, we pay the most.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens if somebody is like, say they got a flat tire and they use the app and there isn't someone available in that area? What does your app do?
If we have no helpers, it'll tell you that we have no helpers. If we do have helpers that are signed up, they have to turn on their ready to help button to receive a notification. If they don't have their ready to help button on, it'll tell you that we're searching. After so long, it'll either time out, you can message us, or we'll call you and let you know, hey, we see that you just placed a request. We are trying to find a helper that is available. If we can, it may not be within the 15 minutes. They may be outside of that 15-minute radius because they cannot see. If it's a helper that's 17 minutes from where you're at, they won't see it because they're outside of the 15-minute window. But no one's going to be mad about 2 extra minutes waiting for it to come. So we'll just call that helper and say, hey, we have someone that's that's 17 minutes from you. Once you get into the 15-minute area, refresh your app and it'll come up and then they'll be able to accept it.
Cool.
So oh, sorry, go ahead, Lisa.
Oh, I was just going to say, is this a 24-hour operation or it is 24 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
People get stranded.
Yeah.
I know.
So who is monitoring these phones then? The phone calls?
The team. We have a small team. We have a small team. We have a small team. We're raising, so we can expand and bring in more people. But right now, it's just me and the team, and we're a pretty small team. So we take all the calls and we answer all the responses on the back end. Most people message in the back end, which is just through the app. So.
So it is kind of like you're on call all the time, really, at least to answer a phone or a message or something.
Yes. For now.
Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah.
For now.
Right. So what's the next step with what you have going on? What's the next big thing that you're going to do for the business?
So right now we're raising our first professional round of capital. So once we have secured that seed round, we will expand. We're going to grow in the Metro Detroit area, obviously in Lansing. We're going to open in a few other cities. A lot of people are calling from up north, believe it or not, like up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The UP. Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna tap into a few of those smaller cities, and then we're gonna open in some larger cities. Atlanta, Georgia, actually open and start marketing, and Houston. We deployed a few helpers down to try to help with the cleanup for the hurricane. So we want to make sure that we are utilizing our helpers to help wherever they can. We don't have a lot, but the ones that, we let them know, hey, go do whatever you can in those areas that are there. So just growing, expanding, and becoming available, because so many people, it's a need. You're going to need help. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And we want to make sure that we're saving you stress, time, money, and preventing injury. So many people are injured every single day trying to do things themselves because they don't help.
Yeah. This is such a great idea too, because I feel like a lot of areas and a lot of places have lost that sense of community. Like people don't talk to all their neighbors anymore, and they maybe don't have as big of a community or group that they can reach out to help them. Right. So that is so cool. All right. I have a question about a helper and how, like, I know there's an app for the helpers and an app for the people that need the help. So I'm assuming they have to apply. You said they're vetted, things like that. So I have never worked for any of these other gig ones. Seems like you've worked for them all, at least at some point. That's so cool. So when you do apply or you work for something like this, how is the background? Like, what are they looking for? What can you not have in your background to work for these things?
So for us, I can't speak for any other gig market. That was something that was important. I wanted to be very diverse, very inclusive. It was important that no matter if you were 18, our oldest helper was born in 1947. Okay, so very inclusive. to people with disabilities, 100% people with disabilities, elderly, retired, and people that have felonies. You cannot be on the sex offenders registry and you cannot have a crime against a person. But if you just so happen to have been struggling in life at some point and you just have back-to-back DUIs, you ended up with a felony, you can work for us because you don't need a car. You can walk or ride a bike because we can only see things within 15 minutes and our maps are calibrated to let you know how long it would take you to walk. So
cool. Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure that we opened that up to help reduce the recidivism rate that occurs because people are not getting jobs because they have a felony on their record.
Right.
You should be given a second chance to prove that you want to be an upstanding citizen, and we want to provide that route for people to take. So as long as you don't have a crime against a person and you're not on the sex offenders registry, you go, we do a background check and it goes back 30 years. It's on the national. So if you're trying to cover it up because you moved here from Arkansas, we'll still find it.
Right. Okay.
I love it.
And you said it starts at 18 years old?
18. As long as you're 18, you can you can apply to be a helper, or you can sign up to get help. No one under 18 can get help or provide it.
Okay.
For now.
Okay.
Right. And it works like the other things where, like, if I'm a helper, I just turn on my app when I'm available to help and turn it off when I'm not, if I'm out of town or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. You put on your ready to help. We have a ready to help button. So you just push it, and whatever requests come in, you see them, you know exactly where you're going, how much you're going to make, and what you're doing. If you can't do those things, like if spider requests come in all the time, I never accept them. I don't.
Yeah. You're like, no. That is so cool. So when you were saying, like, in the indoor stuff, which like vacuuming, mopping, stuff like that, but you're not necessarily saying that somebody would come and like do a full house clean that like a cleaning agency would do, right?
No. This is, you came home from work, or you just got a phone call that your in-laws are coming over, and you're like, oh my God, all these dishes. Okay, I need somebody to come do these dishes. I'll get the floors myself. It's just an added head. So we're not, it's not a cleaning company.
Right.
And these are not contractors. They're not LLCs. These are everyday people. It could be the person that was standing in line behind you at the grocery store that helps you that jump out your car. And you're like, oh my God.
Right.
Tasks,
Right.
So
Right. Okay.
These are simple tasks that you just, I had a woman who had just had back surgery. She was sitting at her little desk and she spilt sugar for her coffee. Her dog was trying to lick the sugar. She couldn't bend over because she had a back brace on. She used the app for me to just come over and vacuum up the sugar. I didn't tell her I was the CEO, but I did. If she's listening to this, she was awesome. But the dog was just licking the sugar, and she thought it was going to make him sick because she spilled a lot of sugar.
Right.
That is a simple task, and she just couldn't do it herself.
Yeah. Yeah. What is one of the most interesting requests that you've ever gotten?
So far, the most interesting request that has come in.
Or I could say it this way: have you ever been somebody requested something that you're like, we just don't do that?
Yes. Yeah. Someone wanted us to. I think it was a water bed. It's like, oh yeah. Do they still make those?
Right. Yeah.
That's very no, we don't. We don't do any. That's a hazard, right? So nothing hazardous. So we're not gonna do that. Yeah. Someone else wanted a chimney clean. I saw that somebody asked about that, and I was like, yeah, no. Is that a thing? Do people?
Yeah, that's a specific skill. I would think that
it's not something the everyday person would just know how to do.
Right.
So yeah, it's things like that. Like that. That's a professional. These are everyday people. Like this is something you would just do if you saw somebody broke down and you could help them. You would help them. Yeah. This is you just get paid to do it, and then it takes out for us as individuals who need the help. Yeah. Us not feel indebted to people.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, I did that for you. You should come do this for me. It kind of takes. I'll just use them. So your friend calls you and asks you for help. You better call them, and you say them. They say them who? Them. They help you in minutes. It's an app. Download it.
Call them.
Conversation.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I also feel like this is something that you could gift to somebody too. Like if if you didn't live in the same town as your best friend, and your best friend maybe just had a baby or surgery or something, and you wanted to, give something, that'd be something you could do too.
You absolutely can. On the main page, it says change location, book for others. So you can. I actually booked a request for my brother for him to get dish cleaning because I was like, that's atrocious. I'm going to send a helper.
Right.
And he lives in Detroit. So I sent a helper to do the dishes.
Nice.
My niece actually needed help putting together some stands she got from Amazon. I sent a helper.
Mm-hmm.
Aw,
That's so cool. That is so cool. I love it. I love it. And do you have a hard time finding helpers, or right now people are just looking for a little something extra to do, and because you do pay better than some of the other gig businesses, do you get plenty of applicants?
Not a hard time at all. Our main problem right now is actually onboarding enough. So that's why we're raising, because we cover the background checks. So it's important for us to onboard enough. We thought 400 or 500 helpers in Detroit would be enough. No, we need thousands to meet the demand.
Wow.
So our demand is extremely high in the Metro Detroit right now. We can't keep up with it. So we're scaling extremely fast to only be in the market. We've only been fully in the market 90 days.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big testament to the marketing you've done too, though. If enough people know about it and your demand is so high, you've obviously done a good job marketing.
It's only organic. It's just word of mouth. And then we went viral because of the spider video. You would be surprised at how many people are scared of spiders. Like, oh my God, I need this. And so then we started getting a bunch of spider requests and organizing. People really need organizing. Mm-hmm. So those are like two of our entire change. Okay, obviously, a lot. Window cleaning. It's all of our requests are very sought after, but organizing is probably number one.
Interesting.
Wow, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah. So I love it. Get the word out, listeners. Go to them.com, check it out, and just spread the word. There's so many times I'm thinking, I could have used help then. I could have used help then. And sometimes it's stuff that, yes, I can do it. I just don't want to. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
And
I really liked what you said too, of eliminating the feeling of being indebted to somebody, or a lot of people, me included, it's hard to ask for help sometimes. It just is with the people that you know. And this is perfect because there's no bad feelings about it. You're paying for a service, somebody's getting paid, that's cool, it's done. Like I like that.
I had an experience 2 years ago. I ordered my entire, I was panicking over the pandemic. I ordered my entire living room from Amazon. So when they delivered it, I didn't know it was going to be that heavy. So I go to try to, they were not, at the time, they were not bringing and setting up, right? You can only get delivered. So I'm trying to bring it in. OMG, I go online. This is before my apps, right? So this is in the process of me doing research. I go online, trying to find someone. I got $300, $400. I just need you to bring it in. I don't need you to put it together. Just bring it in. It was so stressful for me, and I've never found anyone. So I ended up wrapping a sheet, tying it to myself, tracking it in. It took me hours to get this in. It was so heavy. And I get that. And I don't like asking for help either. This takes that out. So now you no longer have to, I don't really want to go ask my neighbor. What is his name?
Right. Our first meeting is when I'm asking you for something.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, wait. His wife is married. What is his? Okay, I don't even want to ask her husband. What does she think I'm trying to? So now you just take that out. Just go to the dim app.
Yeah.
I love it. Is there anything that we've not asked you about that you want to share, or something that maybe you weren't able to share yet?
We want to be the first Black unicorn company in Michigan. Not one doesn't exist. And we want to be the first. So it's important to me that for representation, I am the first. I just want you to think about it. All the listeners, everyone here, Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, Airbnb, Turo. There's not a woman that led those companies.
Wow.
I want to empower and impact not just women of color, but all women, the little girls, that it is possible to do this, to be in this tech space. And even though we are the least likely to be invested in and the least likely to be taken serious, we create. When women are determined, we create and we do. And I want that to be known, that we need to have only a woman would have created this and really, really, really thought about people. This isn't about making money. This is about preventing people from being injured and being stressed out, saving them time. You are buying time from them. Mm-hmm. And we don't get that back. So right. One thing we do not get that back. You can replace everything but time, and you can't replace a human. So if you get injured or you end up with a serious injury that you can't come back from trying to do something, we want to help with that. And it's super inclusive to everyone. So I don't want anyone to feel like they can't do this. Everyone can do this. Retirees have told me, if you don't use it, you lose it. So they love that they can get out here and help other people. So
yeah. That's excellent. I think that's a great sentiment to end on.
True, that was beautiful.
Yeah. RM, thank you so much for joining us on the show. This has been enlightening. We wish you all the best luck, and we'll be definitely watching you grow and seeing what other cities that you go into. And I'm going to check out those apps for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. You guys you just smile. You made me all excited. I never felt like this in a podcast. I want to come back. I want to come back once we scale.
Yeah.
I love it.
That sounds great. Thank you. And thank you to all our listeners for joining us on another Adventures in Business. Don't forget to check out their website, THYIM.com, and their apps. Check out the show notes here. We'll have all the links. We release new episodes almost every Wednesday. So please subscribe to your favorite podcast app, or don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. Thanks so much. And as always, go out and make it an adventure.
This is a Zedia Media production.